So, nearby Nisha, what are we talking about today?
I guess we're going to talk about Jiren.
Yes! So, nearby Nisha, I'm not going to get used to saying that for a while, I feel, but why do you want to talk about Mr. Dorito Triangle Alien Man, aka Jiren?
Because I recently watched Dragon Ball Super.
Yes, you did.
And got really into it, and
Yes, you did!
So much me and Adam watched it within 3 weeks.
All of it?
All of it, from when they brought Frieza back, Battle of Gods, to Tournament of Power, Goku Black arc, the entire thing in 3 weeks.
Does that mean, did you watch it in English?
Yeah.
Does that mean you got to see that amazing Goku Black line? Where the future soldiers say, don't shoot him, he's not black. That's the thing they put into the English dub. Here's a clip.
This is for everyone you've killed! Egg-led murderer! Hold your fire! This man isn't black! What?
I saw that trending and went, that's fake. That's like Team 4 Star did that. There's no way they put that in the official dub. And I went, oh my god! Who read that line and went, this is fine?
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Fair enough. But yeah, I adore Jiren because he's so boring. And that's why I love him. I love the idea of it. He's just big alien man, and he's the toughest and the strongest, and he never talks, and I adore that. Which is because Dragon Ball is so formulaic at this point in time. It's just they introduce a new big bad, and I like that they just dropped all pretense. There's no backstory. There's no reason. He's just really strong, and you've got to beat him, and it's literally a tournament. Because fuck it, we don't want to explain his backstory, and then they do. And you're like tiny baby Jiren.
Yeah, his big eyes.
Tiny baby Jiren. Anyway. For folks who maybe aren't too familiar with Jiren, I'm going to go through the wiki now, a link to which you can find below. It starts here. So Jiren, also known as Jiren the Grey, a reference to the fact he looks like the stereotypical grey alien, is the most powerful member of the Pride Troopers, which is one of the reasons I put him on my team. I teamed Jiren up with Captain Ginyu in the pink outfit. So we've got the Ginyu Force and the Pride Troopers, and we're just swagging on everyone. So he served as the main fighting antagonist in the Universal Survival Saga, and as a major contestant in the Tournament of Power. I love that when he's first introduced, he's just sitting down, and that guy walks up, senses how powerful he is, and goes, no, I'm not doing this.
It's I noticed it's always when you get a quiet character, they're powerful, because they don't need to boast about their power. If they're quiet, shit, I don't want to miss that guy.
It's literally that Simpsons joke of the guy stood with his arms crossed in the white suit. It's he's going to do something cool. Jiren is literally he starts with his arms fucking crossed. Jiren is considered to be one of the strongest mortals in the multiverse, outclassing even gods of destruction. He's quiet and honourable, and he believes in strength and justice. He previously did not trust anyone and never considered teamwork at all during battles, opting to fight enemies alone and single-handedly almost winning. And that's something I adore about his character, and I'm a big fan of the game Dragon Ball FighterZ, and he's in that game, and I love him in that game, he's one of my mains, but a friend of mine who also watched Super came up with a much better idea for his character than they did in the game, and that is, if you pick Jiren, you don't get any teammates. Because that game you pick 3 characters to fight with. If you pick Jiren, he should just have 3 life bars.
Yeah.
And every time you take one of his life bars down, a bit of his costume gets damaged, and when you take him down to his last one, he becomes big buff, endgame Jiren. And ever since he explained that to him, that's so good, they should have done that.
Yeah, because if he doesn't like to work with other people, that would make more sense.
Yeah.
If he's just a loner. Yeah.
And I always make him my last character, so he comes in, it's yeah, Jiren's coming in.
Oh yeah.
Rather than just talking about how cool he is, let's discuss his concept and creation. So Jiren's name comes from 2 words, Renji, the Japanese for stove, following the Dragon Ball trope of every character being named after something to do with food or cooking. I just like the Freezer line. Freezer, Cooler, King Cold, and his ancestor, Shield, and his counterpart, Frost.
Of course.
It's so cool, but it's not because it's so late. We have here, Jiren was meant to have a more outspoken personality according to Toei Animation. However, this idea was rejected by Akira Toriyama, who stated that Jiren was a quiet individual with a tragic backstory. Jiren's planned personality was given to Top.
Top's hands are fucking huge.
He's so massive. You do not want to be there when Top starts throwing hands.
I would not want to have a high five of him.
I love that bit as well, where he gets the God of Destruction power and Jiren's what a loser. He looks, he's just exploding with the power of all creation. And Jiren's like, nah.
It's like that Principal Skinner meme where he looks down, it's like, pathetic.
Can we edit that? Can we get a shot of Jiren just with pathetic on it? Appearance, Jiren is a tall humanoid with, and I quote, an extremely muscular and well-defined build.
Very round head.
I just love he's so triangle. And I keep saying triangle because he's just a Dorito.
Yeah, it's like he's Dorito.
He's like the quintessential Dorito alien man, and I love it. And we have a personality, because believe it or not, Jiren does have one. We have here a quote about Jiren by the character Belmond. Jiren is a man who is completely devoted to justice. He never acts on his own desires or interests, and no matter how evil a villain he is up against, his absurd conviction is such that he won't ever kill them. But there is one thing, he has a wish that he'd even be willing to set aside his convictions for to have come true, and that's presumably that, the returning of his family. Jiren is a man who devotes everything to justice and never acts for selfish reasons. He lives to protect Universe 11, even stating that he would leave the tournament of power while it was happening in order to return there if any problem arose.
Okay.
It says here that he initially refuses to enter the tournament, as while it was his duty to protect Universe 11, he will not cause the destruction of another universe to save his own. He will never kill any villains he defeats and instead captures them. Even more, he shows disgust towards those who kill and do not follow justice.
Everything's justice. For justice.
He's a Power Ranger. You can tell he's a Power Ranger, can't you? Just everything is all about truth, justice. He's fucking awesome. So, however, Jiren has a wish that he wants to fulfill to the point he will go against his very own principles to get the wish. And as such, he enters the tournament to obtain the Super Dragon Balls. Although he still states that should trouble occur, he would leave. I like that.
There's all the commitments.
Jiren is very stoic and serious about most matters, as shown he did not perform a pose like the rest of his teammates. I wish he did. The thing is, the only pose he needs to do is just punching people.
Just cross his arms.
At the same time, he usually only acts when he feels necessary and is content to watch and study the environment to better prepare for any new threat. However, he is not beyond getting startled. How do you startle him? He's not scared of anything.
He's so calm. It's like in the entire time, every time he cuts to him, he's just stood there like...
Yeah, he's just
like meditating.
He's that SpongeBob meme, isn't it? He's just standing there, menacingly. Can we get that as well? Can we edit that and put Jiren where he is? Can we put Jiren in the background?
Jiren memes.
He's just... Yeah, get it trending! Fact Fiend Jiren memes, do it. Send this to me on Twitter. Let's do it. Jiren is very proud of his strength. He even refuses to accept the help of his comrades, even in moments he is pressured by the opponent. Like Goku, Jiren feels uncomfortable knowing that an opponent is not using their full power against him and will never use any more strength than necessary. And that's one of the things I love about Jiren, is that like when Goku's going to do his ultimate attack, he's like, yeah, go for it. He just lets him do it.
I know, they're both very similar. Like, Goku's obsessed with fighting people with full strength. Obsessed.
I just love that it's talking about like Jiren having a personality. It's so long. It goes on for like 5 paragraphs about his personality.
He's got that much of a personality.
He's not. It's just because, Dragon Ball fans are insane and will just like characterize every little thing that he does. It says, Jiren is not without some personal joy. Should a foe prove able to truly draw out his power, he expresses enjoyment. As he smiled at Goku's growing power when he was able to land a decisive blow upon him, forcing him to fight seriously.
Fight is serious.
I love that. It's when Goku first gets Ultra Instinct and he does the atypical, like he puts his head right next to Jiren's.
Yeah,
and they just rotate around each other.
Yeah.
And Jiren's like, the fuck is this? And then Nisha. We have, oh my god, I just scroll down and it says like biography and I've got young Jiren.
Oh,
baby Jiren.
Baby Jiren.
Should we skip those straight to the thing we all want to talk about in regards to Dragon Ball? Powers and abilities.
Yep.
Oh my god, his story's massive. I've got down to a section that discusses how strong he is and it just says power. And I don't know why it needs like 5 paragraphs, it should just say yes.
It's just
yes! So Jiren is easily one of the most powerful mortal warriors in the multiverse, being recognised as the most absolute among them. While starting off weak as a child through much of his adolescence, his arduous pursuit of power led him to become the strongest mortal warrior of Universe 11. Being also said that since joining the Pride Troopers, Jiren has never lost a single battle. He might even surpass Top, the second strongest mortal of his universe, whilst imbued with the power of the God of Destruction.
God.
Now, it says here that he turned down the chance to be the God of Destruction himself.
Oh.
It says here that despite possessing no godly key, Jiren has already surpassed the domain of a God of Destruction.
Jesus.
Since the destroyer of his own universe cannot beat him in combat. It's like, when God himself steps down, challenges you to a fist fight and you whoop his ass, and then he offers you a job, it's like, why would I work for you? I'm already better than you are. So it's like that
Honestly.
Doctor Doom quote, isn't it? Of like, oh, I find godlyhood beneath me. So I can just punch things
Fucking hell.
super hard. And something we skipped over while we were just like scrolling down to get to the power section is that he does that to demoralise people.
Oh, okay.
He does it because there's no more demoralising than using your ultimate attack and just seeing the guy just stood there like, and what?
You power up for your fists and you just go, yeah, whatever. Just bat him off.
Huh. Neat shirt. So I'd say like when we do have a section on abilities here, and the only one we need to know is that he can punch people with his eyes.
Yeah, I was going to say that's all we need
That's
to
all
know.
you need to do. Infinity Rush. Infinity. What a name! What a fucking name!
That's so cool. Oh my
God, I love
God.
Jiren.
Wow. That's insane.
What's Dragon Ball, folks? It's
Yeah.
dumb, but it's fun.
It
Dumb
is
fun.
so much fun. I can't believe how into it I got.
It's so good. It's because if you watch it, just like, fuck it, I want to be entertained for 20 minutes. Do you have any favourite moments from it besides Mr. Dorito Triangle Man?
Oh God. I've really enjoyed the Goku Black arc. I know it's not with Jiren in it, but
Yeah.
that was like probably my favourite arc of the whole entire thing. Because the entire time I was just sat on the edge of my seat, like, how are they going to defeat this guy?
Yeah.
How? Because like he just kept bringing out more things like the scythe and
Yeah.
stuff. Like what?
If I remember it correctly, doesn't he do that and say, how did you do that? He's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know how he did it, he just knows that he did.
It was just like when you think they've won, he comes back and it's like, my God. And then Zamasu is just like takes over the fucking sky.
Becomes like the immortal god universe.
I'm just like, how the fuck? Because when we watched it, it was really late at night, and we were like, well, we should probably go to bed. We're like, no, we need to know how this ends. We need to know how this ends right now.
It ends in such an unhyped way. It's just, oh, I'm just going to call God.
Yeah,
I'm just going to call God in because God owes me a
It's
favour.
like Zeno. Zeno, just come down here. Just press the button.
Yeah, and then his universe now has two gods.
Yeah. I find them really cute.
I think for me, like just the moment where I was like, yeah, that's the one. It's just the final fight where just Goku screams and headbutts Jiren. It's so funny when like Frieza throws him and he's ah! It's so
Yeah,
stupid.
because like him and Frieza work together, don't they? And it's like, oh my God, they're
And
working
Vegeta's
together.
Vegeta's eyes get real big and he's like, what is this? No, please stop. But no, it's just the shot of Goku screaming like a bullet and briefly turning Super Saiyan and headbutting Jiren.